Foxhole, a persistent online wargame where you, the player, choose a side in an ongoing war. You can either be a warden or a colonial. In Foxhole, there are many ways to play. You can choose to run logistics, which is gathering resources and refining them into war materials, transporting those materials to the front lines, which is no simple effort due to how large the game map is, and not all regions have factories that have the level to produce goods at the start of the game. Or, you can do what a soldier is good at, and grab a rifle and fight. The choice is ultimately yours, and how you want to play for the day. In this game, every player has a role, and there's no such thing as a small role in this game.
Login day. I love it. There's nothing better than spawning into a new game of Foxhole and just waiting for the moment that you can spawn in and get to work and just be something bigger than any other game that you've played. That's the difference about Foxhole that I really do enjoy. Just one great aspect is just that every new war is a new adventure, but also too, the game is really about working together as a team and just the camaraderie that you develop between this. And it really does fuel the game and makes the game so much more. So this is a new day, a new war, with a new update. And this has brought new players, and it's something that I've been looking forward to for a while. Decide to spawn into Fisherman's Row, and then move forward from there, since the Colonial Navy is going to be working in and out of Fisherman's Row this time around. And hopefully we can develop enough supplies, or at least develop enough support that we can actually take Warbreaker Island. So I spawned in at a relic base a little bit farther away from my destination of Idlo, because I had every intention of getting a truck and then moving logistics. And so off we were. I got a little ways and I decided to go ahead and collect some scrap so I can have enough scrap to turn into building materials and then work on a truck. I got picked up by a friend, and it was very helpful because walking there was not going to cut it. At least not as far as I was from Idlo anyway.
Thank you very much.
Well, with the help of my friend Bacon God, I was actually able to get myself to Idlo very quickly.
I'll take that as payment, thank you.
There just was a problem.
Hey Bacon, can you give me a ride to the nearest vehicle factory if possible?
That's all the way in Westgate, and I can't really. I've got to go up to Blackwell.
Yeah, that's right. Looking at the map, all over, there was no vehicle factory to be seen. I had totally forgotten that this area is completely cut off from the mainland.
Jason, is there no trucks in the storage?
Thankfully, Vinky here,
I didn't check.
who just joined the squad,
Have a look and see.
was able to help me out and remind me that the warehouse in Idlo might have trucks in it. So we meandered our way over to where the warehouse was, and sure enough, there were actually trucks there. 4 trucks, actually. Very fortunate, because I did not want to stick around Idlo and just run salvage back and forth, and hopefully somebody was going to be kind enough to give me a truck. Or I'd have to respawn and get myself a truck in Westgate. But, got me one. Now I head myself towards the nearest scrapyard, and I begin to get to work. Scrapping is one of those thankless jobs in Foxhole. It's very much appreciated by the frontline soldiers and the commanders up front. But it's one of those things that goes behind the scenes, as they were. And, well, you know, the magic happens really because of scrappers. Let's not kid ourselves here, alright? Don't get me wrong, soldiers do their part on the front lines, but it's really the scrappers that are capable of getting the soldiers the much needed rifles and ammunition. So, I did some scrapping, but ran out of fuel. Yeah, I've been making all kinds of noob mistakes this entire run, but the fact is, it's very easy to get myself some fuel nowadays compared to how it used to be. So if you actually take a look at the refinement, if you're not familiar with any of Foxhole's mechanics, so you collect scrap, and scrap is turned into either building materials, fuel, explosive material, and then there's other more advanced materials that you can collect that are turned into advanced materials for advanced structures and vehicles. But mainly speaking, the beginning of any Foxhole game, we're going to be focusing on just scrap for right now because we don't have the technology unlocked for said things. So if you take a look, for every 2 scrap you get 1 building material, for every 10 scrap 1 fuel, and for every 10 scrap you get 1 explosive material. And these are generally defined pretty simply as B-mats, fuel, and E-mats. And then of course every now and then you'll hear someone call for R-mats, or refined materials. And that's later in the game. I tell you, these updates have made things way more complicated, but that brings a lot more excitement to the game itself entirely. Now, around this time, as I was waiting for stuff to actually get refined, I noticed that chat was going a little crazy. Something about Partisan Island and Wardens. And so I started examining the map, looking for any inkling as to why or what was going on there, or why was there being said. So now I was in Idlo. Partisan Island was up to the northeast up there, and the thing about Partisan Island is actually a border town, and it's one of there are 2 basic towns that are connecting Fisherman's Island to Oarbreaker Island. Okay, you have the bridge at Partisan Island, and then you have the bridge at Blackwell. Okay? Right now, for the most part, Blackwell was pretty quiet, except for the few Wardens that kind of snuck past in, but they were easily taken care of. But Partisan Island was now starting to become a little hot. So I took it upon myself to actually head off in that direction. But not without gathering a little bit of intel first, of course. The bridge at Partisan Island is extremely important. It's a drawbridge, so that means both levers have to be flipped on either side, and then you flip one on the opposing side to raise the bridge. And it can stop most traffic. And so it's extremely important that this bridge is controlled by us. Of course, the Wardens want control of it, so they can easily move troops and trucks into the region. So I left Idlo and was on my way to Partisan. I finally arrived on Partisan Island. Things were going pretty quietly for the most part. Didn't come across any Wardens on the road, so that was a good sign. So maybe the threat was over with, or at least that's what I was thinking. But I didn't exactly want to leave without having some defenses placed, so I placed barbed wire and foxholes. But then, gunshots. We needed to make sure that this bridge was secure. So I did what anybody would do in my position and started panicking as to pressing buttons. Began thinking about placement of foxholes and barbed wire and things. There was already another colonial here, and he had been defending this section of the island. I decided to go ahead and give him a hand by putting down another set of foxholes and also other equipment. But on top of that, I wanted to move my truck away from the danger zone, as it were, to make sure that, it didn't get captured. Because I did have supplies, and anything is worth the effort stealing, whether it be like 100 B-mats, 200 B-mats, even 50 B-mats. It's definitely something to steal. Rifle. Oh, Warden. It was a terrible shot at that. I immediately equipped the rifle and took aim. There he is. Went down with no problems at all whatsoever. He didn't have much on him. Well, his buddy did. And boy, they're just throwing supplies at us. A friend wanted to go off and harass the town. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do anything. The only thing important now was to make sure that the bridge stayed secured. So I began working with the switches to make sure that they were able to be lifted on our side of the island and not their side. With things all quiet, I decided that, well, let me go ahead and put this stuff up. It should be relatively calm now. Might as well throw all this in the stockpile. See, we're very close to the border here, and we know that there will be regular incursions by the Wardens into Partisan Island. So Partisan Island has to be well defended, or at least able to slow the Wardens' advance. We don't want to give them an opportunity to actually even gain a foothold on Partisan Island, because if that's the case, they will easily overwhelm us and sweep the island, starting from the right and moving all the way down towards the mainland where Westgate is located. Fisherman's Island is extremely important because it is the island chain that is closest to Westgate, and Westgate leads into the heart of colonial territory. And this is an issue, so we have to make sure that this area is readily defended and always has numbers. Now the only problem is people do overlook this part of the map and ignore it, but the colonial navy is here to protect that. So I take it upon myself to gather whatever supplies that I have left and ensure that there are defenses placed on Partisan Island. I make sure that if it comes time for me to leave Partisan Island, I am at least leaving it somewhat defended, and I feel confident in what I'm leaving behind. When I made it back to the cat step, I decided that I am going to stay and put down as many defenses as I can. I wanted to make sure that if I was called away, that I would at least leave a strong, well-defended area and at least slow down the Wardens for some time. That was my main goal here.
There's a guy over there.
A guy? A warden? Oh no.
A warden on the other side?
Yeah, there's a warden.
I don't think I'm going to allow a warden to stay on the other side of this bridge, because that is a potential threat.
But there was a warden there earlier taking pot shots.
Well, if he's going to take pot shots at us, I will make a few pot shots at him. So I shoot my rifle a couple of times, just to make sure that I draw attention of the warden, because I want him to come to the bridge. I want to be able to take him out and ensure that Chris and any other engineer that's in the area building is safe. A colonial showed up, and I was extremely happy. That means I have backup in case things go south, and it's always good to have a buddy. You never know when you might need bait, or you're going to act as bait for them. That's generally how it goes. Now, I'm not denying that Chris wasn't seeing things. He probably was there, but he probably ran off. But I really didn't want to pursue this because I wanted to stay by and at least give Chris some backup. I didn't know if Chris was armed, I didn't know if he had a rifle or just a pistol. So I decided to stay behind and, well, allow my new friend here to go and pursue any wardens that might be lurking in the darkness. So I get back in my truck and drive across the bridge. Now it's time for set down defenses on the other side to make sure that the wardens, if they want this bridge, they're going to have to work for it.
Can we put a watchtower up quick?
Yeah, sure.
So, as I'm putting down the defenses, I do notice a message underneath each one of the buildings that I placed. Apparently, we're really close to the edge of this map, and that means buildings will start to decay a lot faster. So there's really no point in putting too many defenses here, unfortunately, on this side. That's just how it goes. So we lay down our last bit of foxholes and prepare for what comes next.
I just need 12 for that foxhole, then I think this area is good. Are we out?
No, I put it back in. I was gonna transfer it to your truck.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna do that one foxhole, then head back.
Okay.
Because it decays here.
Right. I just now saw that.
So I decided to go ahead and put all the B-mats away. We didn't need them. I didn't need them. All the defenses were placed, so what more could we do? But I know that what I wanted to do was cross the bridge into Warden territory and see what's going on that side. So I parked the truck and decided to head out. Now granted, I took a lot of ammunition with me. Most of the ammunition wasn't even mine, it was the Wardens, so we wouldn't lose anything. Wasn't all too concerned about that. Now, of course, what we didn't know at the time was that there was actually an attack being planned by the Wardens, or a few Wardens, I should say. This wasn't an organized effort. It was a small group that was going to do this. Hey, look, a Warden truck. That wasn't there before.
We're closing the bridge. We just got that truck and stole it.
Yeah, I can hear you, Chris.
Ah,
Might be
okay.
Schmeggin.
Nice.
Yeah.
Chris was going to head back and take the truck back, and I really wanted to see what was going on.
I'm gonna take that Warden truck back.
Sounds good.
Looked like there was a harbor, then a bridge, and then there's a town. So Schmegan wanted to head out, as did I. So it was good to have a buddy, right? Like I said before, always have a buddy. So we lowered the drawbridge and we headed out.
Alright, let's see if we can cause some chaos.
Not knowing what to expect when we crossed over into the other side. We didn't want to spawn into the new map right up the road because there might have been an ambush waiting for us or wardens that were crossing over. We didn't want to do that, so we decided to go ahead and hug the very edge of the map and just spawn in from there. It was smart move. So when we crossed over, Thankfully, there's no wardens waiting for us. This is a perfect spot to lay down an ambush for a truck or something that might come up down the road, but Schmegan here was wanting to explore a little bit more, so we moved on. Hugging the coastline was probably the smartest move that we could do. We didn't want to go up the road to where we could be seen. We came across a warden dockyard. Now this area is where they can build ships like barges and small motorboats and whatnot. It wasn't of anything of great importance to us. Even if we wanted to destroy it, we didn't have the explosives for it. So we decided to go ahead and press on. Now, we came across a bridge. Bridges are a bit tricky when you attack them. They're very narrow, and you can mow down a lot of guys if you're defending it. But we didn't expect them to have anything there. So we crossed the bridge, raised the bridge up. It's a bit more of a nuisance than anything, but nothing major. But we caught a glimpse of a foxhole really quickly, and so we jumped off onto the beachhead. Hugging the coast some more, we started to head down, being a little more cautious since we saw foxholes. That meant there might have been wardens nearby. We came across another dockyard. Oh, we're being shot at. So we returned fire. Schmegan's hit. Schmegan collapses from his wounds. Where's this warden at? Come out. A truck. Oh, there he is. My aim. We exchange gunfire, but he gets a nice 2 good shots off of me. And that's it, and we're done. Damn it. He finishes me off, and I spawn back in, wanting revenge. I made my way back across the bridge, but then I heard a familiar voice.
Okay, I'm good.
I'm gonna need to change my in-game volumes, hang on.
It was Dewey, a Colonial Navy member. Happy to hear his voice. This guy's amazing to work with. Very organized guy. Love his leadership. He's amazing. Hilarious, too. Hopefully you'll get to meet some of the other Colonial Navy guys.
Got him.
Nice shot.
Yeah, sorry, I would have got him sooner. It's just I was checking my volume levels so I could actually hear people.
It's all good.
You can
The Wardens are now pushing, but not experienced players, unfortunately.
Like I saw like 2 of them, they were both private.
Looks like these are new players to the game.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff.
Just let. Yep, just take their stuff back. Keep, and I'm gonna stay here, killing them all.
You can kind of tell a new player because at the start of the war, nobody should ever walk out with that much gear on. You should have at least a rifle and maybe a few ammo clips.
There you go, there's some stuff.
2, 3 maybe. Maybe 4 at the most. But this was a lot of gear these guys were carrying. So
Make sure we thank them for the colonial war effort.
we're more than happy to relinquish their burden of their supplies and add them to the colonial stockpiles, of course. I dropped off my gear and pushed back up.
There's another one dead.
I guess we can like push up the area or something. There's only foxholes there.
Up to the right,
Oh.
to the left, to the left, to the left.
I immediately spawned back in and went back. I decided not to grab any gear because there was plenty of gear lying around. All I had to do was just pick it up and get going. Hopefully some wardens will be there for me to kill, and, you know, they wouldn't all be dead.
Oh, did you die?
Yeah, they were on the left by the rocky, on the rocks to the left.
Right. Okay. Oh, do you want a rifle, by the way? I've got quite a few.
Yeah, I'll grab one.
There you go, and there's some warden ammo for you. Kill them with their own bullets.
Nice.
Thanks, Dewey. I appreciate it.
Ugh. They smell like wood.
So I decided to hug the left side shoreline. Hopefully I can catch some wardens that were hiding in the brushes or into the rocky tops.
Warden here! Warden here!
A truck nearly took me out. This is a common tactic by the Wardens, using trucks to completely demolish lines of soldiers. They've done it before in the past. It's not something new, but it's sure as hell fiendish.
Where'd it go?
Apparently they all jumped out.
Watchtower, watchtower.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, they have a fucking hole open.
Nice shot. Get him. It's by the watchtower. He's hiding behind the watchtower now.
I got him.
There's more, there's more. Be careful.
I'll bleed out.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I got bandage, mate.
I got him. You got a bandage?
Yeah, here.
Repair the truck.
They captured the Warden truck, which is
Do we even
amazing,
have a
and
fuel?
also too, I wanted my stuff back. So we got a truck and I got my stuff back, so that's always a good thing. We try to make sure that we collect everything for the most part. Weapons and ammo lying around, that's just, you know, that gives the Wardens something to grab in case they run out of ammo themselves.
They're just throwing
And we don't
supplies
want to
at
leave
us.
that much lying around.
They really are.
So Dewey and I decided to push up just a little bit and try to see if we can find and flush out some more Wardens.
They'll probably be up in the grass over here.
Tall grass is always dangerous.
Use me as bait.
So,
Okay.
though Dewey said use him as bait, if anyone's going to be bait, it's going to be me. My aim has been atrocious this first day. Well, seems like the bushes are clear for the most part. And I decided that I'm going to stick behind and watch the road, and maybe another truck will come by. And I can just take some pot shots at it and maybe hopefully disable it. Roughly 5 or 6 shots will disable a truck.
Shit.
Yeah, by the looks of the map, it seems that they have decided to go around instead of pushing through the border like they had been. So, looks like they've built a barge and are now on the water, attempting to head over to what's called Three Sisters, which is a town south of Partisan Island. So, let's get going. As soon as I cross the bridge back to Partisan Island Town Hall, I hear gunshots. Oh no. I guess maybe they rerouted and head back to Partisan again. So I'm scanning the area. Thank goodness I see a couple of friendlies.
Death, you fucking bastard. Okay, it's dead.
It's legit like privates attacking us.
More privates.
Was that a motorboat then?
Motorboat.
One got in the motorboat and fucked off.
That's funny.
More shots.
It was a fucking barge she had. Wow.
Wait, they have a barge? What the fuck? I thought you needed a stack for that.
You need 150 BMATs.
No tick.
I guess that's what they're using.
Well, that makes sense then.
Barges are the earlier and more common boats to be using. They're slow, but they can carry a lot of stuff. Trucks, constructors, lots of soldiers. Definitely something to be worried about. And if you're pretty creative, you can use them as a battle boat as well. I've seen it done. So if there is a barge going around, maybe they're a little bit more organized than we thought. Especially if they're sending privates down here. They could be just using them as decoys, if anything. For something bigger.
Okay, Chris, next time you do that, do not don't put them into items. Leave them in the stock area, the town hall inventory, because now it takes forever for us to actually access them.
Oh shit, sorry dude. Didn't
Nah,
even...
it's all good.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking them up though. Hang on, where are you?
I can drag them out in bulk with my truck, can't I?
Yes.
Yeah, but only 60 at a time.
I'll start doing that. And putting them in the thing.
Holy shoot. They trying again.
Hello. No.
The cowards. They backed up their barge farther away from the shoreline so they could be harder to hit. We attempted to disable the barge, but it just wasn't working. Our shots were landing, but it wasn't doing enough damage to the barge itself.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Hasbang, did you need something, sir?
Oh, sir.
That's nerding around.
Oh. Yeah. That's me, nerding around. Sorry. I left my my War of
Save the
Rights
boat.
tags on.
Aim for the boat. Disable it, and they can't do anything.
Well, they can, but
Not
also
not
they're heading
well.
to Three Sisters.
Dewey then noticed that they were heading in the direction of Three Sisters. It's where I suspected that they were going to be heading eventually. It's a nice, decent landing spot. There's a small town. They could use that as a base of operations. But really, if anything, it's only a few of them. I only counted one on the barge. Now, that's not saying that there was a second barge, because someone did hear a motorboat a while ago. So, I decided to head back to Partisan Island and look for a truck. The only problem was all the trucks were locked. This is such a crucial time right now. Having a locked truck right in the beginning should not be someone's concern. I mean, granted, yes, we are close to the enemy, but they have to get through defenses first. The closer you get to the town, the more of the automatic defenses will kick in. It's only when you go away from the town where we actually have to upgrade the defenses to AI.
Yeah, might lose my place though. I don't want to lose my place. Haven't played this in forever.
So I attempted to pick the lock of one of the vehicles, but it just did not seem to work because of a new addition to the game. When a truck is locked by a friendly, you have to wait a certain amount of time before you can actually unlock it. It's pretty smart, But not right now in this particular situation when we need to get the Three Sisters. And hoofing it all the way to Three Sisters is not exactly time we want to be wasting. So I gave up trying to find myself a truck and decided to go ahead and march my way towards Three Sisters. Hopefully I have enough time to get there and at least make my way to help out Dewey and everyone else. It looks like they landed already. Now, like I said, it could have been one, it could have been two. I know I saw one warden on a barge. We would have to see by the time I get there. Hopefully they dispatch them quickly.
Did y'all get there in time to stop him?
Where are you, Jason?
I'm over here.
Now, there were two trucks around, but I didn't want to actually disturb those drivers. They're logistics guys. They were picking up supplies, dropping off supplies, and then picking up more supplies, so on and so forth. I didn't want to be like, hey, can you give me a ride to Three Sisters, please? I know you're really busy, but, I didn't know if they were coming from the mainland or if they were coming from, somewhere in Fisherman's, for that matter. So I didn't really want to disturb their route because we were going to need supplies if they are just probing our defenses right now. So I didn't really want to disturb what they were doing. So I take a look at my map one more time. It looks like they took care of the problem, though the barge was still on my radar. Now, I'm not going to find out anytime soon, but I'm going to assume that they were able to take care of them with no problems. So I left Partisan Island alone, went back to do some scrapping, collected about a full truck worth, and decided to turn that into building materials. I had gotten a message from my friend the Duke, who was planning a raid on the other side of the map in Warden territory across from Blackwell. I figured I'd go ahead and join him. I wasn't going to do anything else, and it was going to take some time for all of this scrap to actually be processed into building materials. So I figured, what the hell? Might as well go ahead and do that. So I rush off to Blackwell and pick up a little bit of supplies because I was really running around unarmed. Back of the lines. Who needs a gun when you're in the rear, right? You're probably thinking to yourself, why can he not drive this truck properly? Well, the answer is very simple. They updated the game when it came to driving physics, and so the trucks are a little wishy-washy on the road. It doesn't seem like the ability for them to maintain traction is very finicky with this new update. I kind of like it. It makes driving not so difficult.
I'm just building.
Okay.
Or not so difficult, but it makes driving difficult. So maybe in certain situations it adds a little bit of stress to the game. Not that there isn't enough stress in the game anyway. Blackwell. Now this was a good spot. Blackwell is an amazing spot. We were very, very much bringing this area alive with defenses and a fob, a little bit of everything. We'd already pretty much had the safe house locked down, upgraded. We needed this safe house to be our focus point. So I parked my truck. I let Duke know that I'm here. And getting ready for our little raid. He lets me know that he's on the beach, and so I head out into that direction. Now, the game plan here is to disrupt, or at least attempt to disrupt, what's happening over in Orebreaker. Now, I was thinking that we were going to build a base off the coast and use that as our base of operations. Nope. It's just going to be him and myself moving over into Orebreaker, attempting to disrupt as much as we can. Grenade would definitely come in handy for sure. And off we go. Off to stir up some trouble. Now, we really didn't know too much as to what was going on behind into Orebreaker. We just knew for the most part that the Wardens were there. Or at least he knew. He did some scouting. And he just found himself a nice little spot that we were going to be dropped off in. And hopefully be successful. At least in some capacity. In more ways than one, I was still pretty much wounded from the last fight. We don't have any medical kits or medics running around able to heal us, so we were on our way. The thing about this game, if you talk in-game using general chat or general voice chat, you're heard by the enemy and generally people around you. So since Duke here was not able to use his microphone, I didn't want to use my microphone because, well, this is a secret, top secret mission. Not supposed to be talking, so we maintained radio silence at all time. Not to mention Duke wasn't in Discord, so I really couldn't address things with him. Or at least I don't remember. Alright, so we made it into Orebreaker. Now, we had secured an observation post right there at the Dirk. We were going to land somewhere near Lion's Head, or at least in that general area, because that's where the Wardens were amassing, and we really didn't want them to actually, gain a foothold, or at least gain an opportunity to go ahead and invade us right at this point in time. Just scanning the chat for the region. Seems pretty quiet for the most part. World chat is busy. Alright. Let's get to work. Here we are. Let's see what we can do. Duke started to go ahead and unlock some of these trucks to see if we can actually find out what's inside of them. If we can make it away with BMATs, that'd be great. Alright, time to go loud. Doing this much shooting, we knew it was going to attract attention. And so it did.
Here they come! Here they come! You missed me. Missed me again.
Focus.
A little banter never hurt anybody anyway. Oh, Duke. We were just a little outmatched on that one. Drat. Well, I am definitely sure that this is going to be a problem. Because now the Wardens have, from what we've gathered, building a bunker system right there at Lion's Head. We took out a watchtower, we ran over, well, Duke ran over a Warden, and I'm sure that truck exploded. It was on fire. I don't think they had any supplies to repair it. So, this would be a pyretic victory. So, when we spawned back into Partisan Island, I was raring to go. I was ready to actually, meet up with another crew, do the exact same thing with Duke. Maybe this time we can be a little bit more successful. And hopefully they haven't built up defenses since we last left.
Schmegan. Hold up. Alright, well. We'll round him up. What? Schmegan said he was going to, but we need to catch him. He's just waiting for us on the other side of the bridge. Hold the line for a bit? Okay. Let's go. Looks like,
So here's the situation. The Wardens have been pushing in from Lion's Head and heading south into Blackwell. Blackwell is a huge feather in their cap if they manage to take it, because this acts as a staging area for all of Fisherman's. If the Wardens take Blackwell, they will have access to several scrapyards in the area that they can easily build walls to defend and isolate. They also have access to a dockyard where they can bring ships in. They also have access to a safe house, a factory, and a construction yard which unloads and loads heavy machinery and lots of equipment. The hospital is also located in Blackwell that if you transport mortally wounded soldiers on the battlefield to it, it will eventually turn them into shirt supplies or soldier supplies. So this is a huge area for the Wardens, and we have to defend it. Currently, right now, we have built a FOB, or a FOB, on the other side of the bridge in Blackwell, and are trying to push back the Wardens back into Lion's Head and then build defenses at least around the bridge itself. I managed to make my way to the crossroads. As I get there, I'm very cautious as to my surroundings. There's tall grass to the right behind the fence, and to the left of the crossroads there is a small mountain pass. So I need to be very, very careful. You can hear occasional gunshots that hard off into the distance, letting me know that Wardens are at least close by. One Warden happens to come into my sights along with another colonial, and we ambush him. More gunshots can be heard elsewhere, along with the fact that colonials are moving around trying to build defenses. Our main priority right now is to make sure that the engineers, sole builders of the defenses, are protected. We cannot have our progress slowed down by any ways.
Got a few in here.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay.
Careful, bud. They got a couple up the road.
Now, with all the construction going on, it seems to me that the Wardens are pushing off to the right of the crossroads, but there are a few that are using the rocky hilltops to the left. Now, the crazy thing about the rocky hilltop up there, it's a little broken when it comes to game design, as it's easily to be traversed. I mean, you don't have to jump on cliffs, you can easily just scale it. Lucky for me, Dewey shows up, and he immediately takes charge of the situation. I immediately warn him that I saw something, and he takes charge of the situation. I have to say, like, this is why I follow Dewey. Alright? If Dewey has a plan, I'm following him, for sure.
Yeah, so you see how broken this is making.
Now, we come across a few Wardens. I take one, and I know I hit one of them, so he's wounded. Now, the only problem was getting down the mountain. Dewey ended up landing just fine when he went down the cliff. Somehow he ended up not getting hurt. But when it was my turn, on the other hand, that caused a whole mess of trouble for me.
So you got saved, but I didn't.
Makes sense.
Right?
Good shot.
I make a mad dash to one of the bodies of the Wardens. Hopefully, he might have a bandage on him.
Damn it! Alright, I'm back in.
I'm probably on like 2 health. So like, someone could sneeze on me and I'd die.
At you.
Ah, fuck.
So I respawn back in, grab myself a rifle, and a few clips of ammunition, and a couple of grenades. I figure that grenades are going to be a little more helpful in this situation because they're on the high rocky cliffs. And they're either going to have to take the explosion of a grenade or jump off the cliffs. No, they jump off the cliffs, there's a good chance that they'll survive, bleeding, but still, it's a good way of flushing them out. Colonial Navy is rocking and rolling with logistics right now. Rock is dropping off some supplies, and I believe a few other ones around are also dropping off supplies. So we're getting them in. Not to mention also defenses are also being built, so that's always a good thing. Eventually you can hear the destruction of a building of some sort that catches my attention a bit. So I head off to the far right, hoping to run into something. But that generally stops me when I hear gunshots coming off. I start returning fire, hopefully. Dead Warden. That's good. Ooh, a crate. Maybe this is what exploded. Nice. Some B-mats, ammunition, rifles. Yeah.
Got some supplies in there. Give me some cover.
Oh, there's Duke.
I got some B-mats if you want them. I'll drop them right here.
I'll drop off the rest of these supplies.
Jesus, you scared me.
Alright, let's get back in this.
Are you bleeding? Jason?
What's up?
Are you bleeding?
I'm not. I mean, I'm hurt, but I'm not bleeding.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
Hey, Gordon, you should move.
I probably should have waited. Oh, orders are orders. Fair enough, man.
I'm sorry.
They're up here.
Okay.
Watch it. All right. We gotta take them off that hill, or rocky top.
Yeah,
Whatever.
there are two up there now. But my bag isn't setting. Use me as bait.
Yo.
Oh.
Yo, guys. Right here.
He can't shoot me.
Yeah, he's at the base of the mountain. Just chilling. I'm push.
It's gotta be a way out.
Just vibing with the boys on the hill. Popping nades.
Yeah, this thing is broken. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Oh, thank God. No, don't do it again. Probably. Yeah, maybe not. There's at least 2 ahead of us. Gotta flush them out.
I need to grab grenades and some extra spare ammo just in case, because they're coming down the road now. And there's no telling what else is going to be coming down that road. So grenades, ammunition are key. Not to mention also, if you didn't pick up on it, I left that gate open. You should really leave gates closed when you're playing this game, because anybody can walk through them if they're not closed. I mean, obviously you don't want to leave your front door open. That is the equivalent of leaving your front door open at night. You're just wanting people to invade your space. So it's always good to keep that gate closed. Sometimes it happens. It happens to the best of us. But the fact is, they're on that road now. We got to get them off of that road and push them back into Lion's Head.
Ducks, are you bleeding? Okay. If anyone's bleeding, just call it out. I've got some bandages on me.
I heard a building collapse off to the right.
Careful, yeah, off to the northwest. One coming down the road.
Oh shit, they're out there. There's 2 moving to the northeast, guys, so be careful.
That didn't come to you.
Two up to the northwest. One's pushing. Two's pushing. One up to the northeast. Nada, are you bleeding?
No, I think there's 2 where you are, they just killed me.
Alright, thanks.
More north.
They're building defenses up there, guys. Watch yourself. Careful, there's a foxhole up ahead. Damn it. If we're done, I got a few grenades on me. When I die. Is he up on the mountain?
Yeah. Can't see him.
Guy flanking right.
That's what I thought they would do.
Okay. Yeah, just.
Damn it! They're to the left, guys. There's two of them to the left at least, watching it. They're dug in on that mountain, on that rocky top.
Yep, which is why we're going in a barge around their back and we're gonna kill them that way.
Awesome. Smoke those suckers out, man.
Yep. We need you to lead people at the front and make sure it seems nothing else is happening.
Get them off those hills, guys. Get them off those hills. Push them off of there.
I can't throw frags high.
Those rocks belong to us. Get them off of it. Okay, so I think I should take the time out to address something here. So you probably noticed that when a player gets down, there's a little timer on there. Well, that little timer is how long you have before you bleed out. Now, you're usually given the opportunity to just give up and respawn. But what you have to understand about this game, every little bit of intel helps. Okay? So while that 30-second clock is ticking down, I know we don't have medics. There's going to be no way for them to actually revive me. But I'm trying to collect information of the surroundings, so I know how to better strategize when I come back, or how to tell, or what to tell my teammates. Okay? Now, on top of that, I am trying to also limit the consumption of respawns, because the way this game works is the number of respawns is determined by the number of shirt supplies, or SS, you have in your fob, or any one of the other buildings. Okay? As long as you have enough shirts, you have the number of respawns. Each player consumes a shirt. That's how this game works. You run out of shirts, you run out of respawns at that base. You have to spawn back somewhere farther away. So, it's always good to just hold on to just a little bit before just giving up. Because you never know. Maybe a medic shows up.
Stick to cover and push forward. Let's go. Over there, up on the left, up on the left, up on the left.
Get the gate closed.
Can't shoot at him from inside.
Come on, guys. They're not hitting nothing. They're just shooting to keep us down. Shoot back at them. Yeah, they're pushing up already. They're putting down their own foxholes. Grab grenades, guys. Grab grenades and throw them at them. Grab grenades and throw them at them, guys. Let's go, let's go. We got plenty. Don't let them just sit there. They need to be thrown at. Let's go, boys.
Yeah!
Clear off that side, guys. Guys are might be pushing right. Just clear out the right. We got guys going off to the left. Yeah, they got a foxhole up there, guys, right at the crossroads. Get those structures and get rid of them.
Looks like they had already moved in some defenses already. Man, they're very quick. I think I saw a watchtower and then maybe that one foxhole. We threw grenade after grenade at it. We shot at... Eventually that foxhole does go down. Thank goodness. We need to maintain control of the crossroads. We all kind of know it. And fighting at night doesn't help either. If you haven't guessed already, fighting at night lowers your visibility, obviously. And it's real easy to get the jump on somebody if you're not paying attention. Or get jumped on.
They're on the rocks. They're on the rocks. Careful, they're on the rocks. They can see us down from there. From up there.
Anyone who wants to get on the barge, the battle barge, sorry, come to Blackwell Harbour, or port.
Careful.
You tell I'm very good at speaking.
They're still up there. Push them off those rocks, guys. Now they're regrouped. They're back on the rocks.
One there, Mr. Man!
In the bushes.
Grenade!
No, no meds.
That was a bad nade.
How many took out these foxholes, bro?
How many?
They're in the trench over there.
All the
There's at
foxholes,
least-
all the foxholes, guys.
There's at least 2 or 3 in the trench over there, guys. They're terrible shots at the
They got all
foxhole.
these foxholes.
They don't know how to shoot a foxhole. They couldn't shoot a foxhole to save their life.
Well, we're terrorizing them. We've made them use at least 20 grenades. Don't know what that means, honestly. But we've probably got 7 or 8 wardens on us, not on the front.
Yeah, that's helping though.
I'm trying to relieve some pressure at least. We're also terrorizing their trucks, so they're going to have to waste beam outs on all of that. Although they have nearly got AI, so tell that to everyone.
Okay. They nearly got AI, guys. All right, they nearly got it. Gotta keep them off of here.
Grenade. Oh no! There's
Take
another
that.
one.
Kill that
Okay,
asshole.
guys, don't dig fucking trenches. Don't dig trenches here. Please do not.
Collapse the trenches if we can.
Yeah, someone's bringing a truck up here to collapse them.
Alright.
Just hold it for now. Do not resume trench digging. This is way out of our AI range. We can't defend it properly.
Dude, I killed it. What? It wasn't registering. None of my hits are registering on that guy.
Aww. Poor guy.
They recaptured the trench line, but it's easy to recapture. You just rush it because it's out of their A.
Yeah, you want to jump on with us again, thinking?
There's a guy up there.
I'm gonna come back, fella.
That's
Don't
fine, we'll
worry.
kill you
Yankee, do
again.
you want to jump on the botch again? Okay.
Oh shit.
It's right in front of me. That's one down.
The kid down here by the level 8. Yo, noob!
Take bullets off my body. Yeah.
That was funny. That is why. That is why we close a gate.
So yeah, so that's the reason why we keep the gate closed. Alright, because they love to pull stuff like that. So by looking at that map is telling me that we got some wardens that are trying to flank us from the coastline along these rocky hills right here off to the right of us. Now we're able to destroy the trench line, or at least the trench line decayed. And so that's good, because that was giving them an advantage over our foxholes that we were putting down.
Foxhole.
Bring some more grenades up here, guys. Flush them out of that trench. We need grenades in those trenches over there. We got a few more. Go get them. Lob grenades in that direction, guys, over there.
The trench isn't here, guys. The trench isn't here. It's destroyed. They can't use it. They were just taking cover over it.
And?
I'm throwing grenades.
Now they're starting to use tanks and... I mean, not tanks, trucks. They're starting to use trucks at us.
There's colonials everywhere. Oh shit, colonial! Ah, fuck.
That's why you shouldn't move in the bush. You're not invisible if you move in the bush. Nice save. I saw that, Duke.
No.
Dead Warden.
Take out the Foxhole.
They're pushing up on the right. They're coming through this way. I think I got him.
So the nighttime attack is starting to intensify. They're getting closer and closer to the gate where our fob is located. We keep on losing foxholes as fast as we're building them. We throw grenades, they throw more grenades. Their logistics must be running on overdrive right now. The most that we can do is try to hold off as best we can until daybreak. At least around daybreak they might actually fall back and wait for another nighttime attack and probe us through the day, which would give us a little bit of respite, but we're hoping for the fact that we will get more numbers here so we can push the Wardens back across into Lion's Head and we can rebuild our defenses. As of right now, Partisan Island has been pretty quiet for the most part. Chat hasn't been saying much about it. But as long as logistics keeps running through, we're going to be alright. I know that they delivered shirts and grenades and ammunition and rifles all throughout the course of this night. And good for them. Without them, we probably would not have stayed too long in the area that we were. We did not want to give them any more ground, because the closer they got to Blackwell, the closer they got to taking this island. And we were not going to let that happen. This was the first day of the World Conquest game, and we are not going to lose ground this quickly. Don't worry, it's gonna be okay. Pull through, man. Pick yourself up.
I'm wounded.
Sorry, they're really pushing us. This is kind of a critical spot.
Can I get someone to bandage me, please?
We can do this. Someone help us build.
Fuck's sake.
They're pushing heavy on the right.
Just build one as fast as you can. Don't try and build multiple at once.
I don't want to die. I'm about to beat up.
Good shot. Now he's beating up. Cook them off more. Try to see if the Wardens.
Just keep building. Hold out for as long as possible. If a few DMATs waste a grenade, build it.
Cover me.
Out of it.
Take their ammo, bring it back. That's what we need to do.
Here we go, lads. Now we're doing it.
Oh! Sharpshooting Wardens, fucking hell.
If it wastes a grenade, keep building.
I'm dead. Oh my god.
Build the truck. It's public.
The grenade spam though, Jesus.
Alright.
They come into rifle range to throw, so it's fine. Take out the truck. Thanks, Wardens.
Grab Matt's back.
With day breaking and support coming in, I wanted to do something extremely stupid. Okay? Extremely stupid. I knew it was stupid. I can't emphasize how stupid this was. Okay? Yeah, I can't justify the stupidity. Okay? I can't justify the stupidity. But hear me out. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was a bit longer than most of my other ones, but I felt like I wanted to do something different. I wanted to bring to the table a Foxhole movie. I really love Foxhole. It's an awesome game. It's really great. No matter what side you choose. Yeah, there's a little bit of banter between the two sides, but that's any game. It's an amazing experience to play. So, if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button, and I really do appreciate it. And if there's anything that I can do better, I'm always up for criticism, guys. That's the thing. I can't get better at what I do if I don't listen to the public. So, if you have any critiques or anything like that, I'm always free to listen to it, alright? Y'all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one, because there is another one coming. In fact, part 2 of day 1 is currently being edited right now as we speak. Hopefully it doesn't take me 3 weeks to get this one out. Maybe 4. I've lost count. But I will see you all in the next one. And remember, guys, take care of yourself and each other. Keep gaming. I'll see you in the next one.